Jason Robertson has officially joined the elite when it comes to shootouts. He may not perform magic tricks like Datsuk in his lob shot. He may not have the audacity to pull off Kucherov's no-move move. And he may not have the hands to make 5 moves in tight like Kaner. But Robo has a recipe that has launched him to third best shootout percentage of all time. Let's break down exactly how he's doing it. Like many shootout specialists, Robertson's speed and route are identical for practically all of his attempts. He attacks left to right at a roughly 45-degree angle, and his speed is controlled. This pace and angle sets up 3 moves that all work off one another. The first option Robertson goes to is the lefty cheat code shot. This is a 5-hole shot targeting just inside the goalie's right foot. You'll notice this isn't a speed shot, rather a quick or deceptive release, with the simple purpose of beating the goalie to the deck. The one extra deke prior to the shot is used to lull the goalie to sleep. He releases quickly on the second as a surprise. This works more often than not, as it's nearly impossible to save it with the stick. Most goalies hold the stick with their right hand, so with this placement the tendy would have to pull the stick back and up, which is way harder than down and away. To make matters worse, with this route, tendies are afraid to drop to the ice too soon. If they do, they lose the ability to kick off that right skate to cover the open side of the net. Combine the netminder's desire not to commit early with the fact that this release can be deadly quick for lefties, and you have yourself an amazing 1A option. If Robertson does get the goalie to overcommit down low, this is when he goes to a second option, the forehand-backhand shelf. The only thing that Robertson has to look for is the right pad hitting the deck. If this happens while the puck is still on the left side of the net, Robertson can use his long reach and extra space to go backhand. He can do this efficiently too, as he's not really over stick handling. The puck is in a viable shooting position, but also loaded up for a deke, so as soon as he wants it, he has it. It's a great lesson that over stick handling could be a disadvantage at times. Jason's third option is a subtle release high glove. He likes to use this when the goalie is going to the pseudo VH. Netminders do this to try to cover low while not giving up the push-off foot. But when this happens, the glove tends to drop at the left pad to cover low, exposing the top corner. Additionally, look at Sorokin's shoulders in this example. They aren't square to the shot. They're flat, expecting a deke to go to the backhand. This provides even more room top glove. And from the distance that he's shooting this, Robertson just needs to roll his wrists. It doesn't need to be that fast. The scary thing about watching some of the high glove attempts is that he still has tweeners as an option. Our channel has highlighted the pseudo VH at great lengths, and in most cases, 5-hole is an amazing option when you see this, especially as a lefty. The vertical right pad is hard to get flush in this load position, so targeting the right foot should yield positive results. In fact, most players who trigger this pad formation exclusively go between the legs. From the goalie side of things, knowing it's nearly impossible to stop all 3 options at once, it's tempting to try to force Robo into something new. The problem with this, as Flower quickly learns, is Robertson's head is up the whole time, likely looking at Fleury's skates and his chest to determine the best option. And, since backhand is one of his options, it's second nature to quickly go to that, and beat the poke west to east. Of course, these options aren't bulletproof, but Robertson has wisely created a set of relatively easy moves that puts him in the driver's seat and imposing netminders on their heels. Every hockey player should learn from Robo. He doesn't have the best shot or the fastest hands, but he's highly successful because he's formulated a plan on understanding goalies' vulnerabilities. In today's game, skill alone isn't enough. You need to be smart too. That's why if you're serious about elevating your game, subscribing to our channel is a must. No one dissects hockey with the depth and insight that we do. Now before you go, if you're a goalie, let us know in the comments how you would approach stopping Robo 101. And forwards, comment what additional wrinkle you think he can add to this move this year.